tabernacle. Do we have like a few moments to, would you mind sharing a little bit more of that footage with,
let's
the
do it,
audience?
by all means.
What are we going to see here in the next 5 minutes?
I think we're going to finish up a little bit with the soup kitchen. We're going to see Matt Murtis talking about Christmas box drive. We're actually going to go to Miss Virginia's. We also have Associated Churches, and then the Franciscan Center.
Franciscan Center? We didn't even talk about that.
I know, we didn't talk about that yet.
Oh, well, let me...
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for taking your time to stop, look, and listen, and we'll be right back after this message.
State Mayor's Soup Kitchen in Miss Virginia's house for about 5 years now. I've been unemployed and, you know, looking for a job, and with the state of the economy, it's really hard to find a job these days. The soup kitchen really helps out with the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving, just a little something extra, you know, to help out with my family.
Everybody that comes to the window usually are just wonderful people. They're very friendly. A lot of them, I mean, you talk to these people and it's like they are so intelligent and they've got a lot to offer. A lot to offer.
What we do down here is a program called the Christmas Food Box Program at St. Mary's. It was started by Leon Youngpeter in around 1985, and what we do is we just seek to provide food for hungry people. It started out as a ministry that reached out during that week before Christmas and New Year's when a lot of food banks used to be closed, and Mr. Youngpeter thought that that would be a nice service project for high school kids to get involved in, and so we collect food in the community. In the years that I've been involved, the numbers have grown substantially. It started out someplace around 200, I believe, families. This past year, it was 1,300 families that came and signed up, and you know, I would anticipate the number being higher this year because of the state of the economy.
I'm with Associated Churches of Allen County and Fort Wayne, and we operate a food bank with 28 locations, as well as a baby's closet. It's an incentive program for young mamas. We serve at our food bank locations throughout the year. We'll serve 75,000 people. So that's a lot of food and a lot of families. It's heart-wrenching, really, when a mother calls and she's just looking for food to feed her family, and you want to help her. And it's difficult. These are difficult times right now, but we're ready to serve and happy to serve, and so we're trying to do the best that we can.
We are the Franciscan Center, and it was founded in 1989. We're celebrating our 20th year, and we have served thousands of people throughout the community in the spirit of St. Francis, of peace and love, joy. And over the years, we have created programs. We have a sack lunch program. Every Saturday morning, we serve 1,000 lunches in our community. People go out on the routes and take them into the community, and we give them to the homeless. And then we also have a food pantry that has 1,000 people coming in a month, but it's even increased, about 1,200 a month. So one morning, I came in to work, and I heard this voice message on my voice machine from these little children saying they're hungry. Would we please bring them a lunch? And I thought, you know, that goes to show how much they're really dependent on that lunch, because the lunches at school takes care of them during the week, and this, you know, takes them care of the weekend. And then we also, in the wintertime, give gloves and hats when we go out on the route. And I came to work one day. These children were out by the bus, waiting for the bus, standing there outside my office, and they were pulling their hands to be covered. It was cold and sub-zero weather, and I thought, you know, they didn't even get hat and gloves for Christmas. Unfortunately, I had a box of them in my office, and I ran them out while they were still standing for the bus, and it was just so warming to see them, you know, put all that on and feel warm again.
In the summer.
Oh my goodness, the Salvation Army's in it too?
Absolutely.
Angel Tree was on last year this time.
I remember that.
So that's in it too?
Yes.
Did you name everybody that's in this tonight?
I'm
I
not
hope we didn't
positive
leave
I did.
anybody out.
We talked about Associated Churches, and we
Yes.
talked about, well, Salvation Army is at the very end there. And then the Franciscan Center was celebrating their 20th year, and that was Sally Lay, of course, talking, who's a founder of Franciscan Center. And they serve a lot of people. They really serve a lot of people, too.
I didn't know that they were available.
Yes,
I learned something new today.
right.
I'm excited.
The nice thing about the Hunger Walk, besides taking a little walk,
Yes.
is that there is a matching money. So if somebody has a contribution at that time of $100, say, then that will be matched, and it becomes $200.
Who matches
and
it?
You can pledge it for whichever of the organizations happens to be there. I know that the Lutheran Foundation does part of that, and then there's some other people as well.
Well, St. Mary's, if I remember correctly, wasn't that built on grants? Was it built on grants?
The St. Mary's Soup Kitchen?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know the particulars behind the financing of it, except that Father Tom O'Connor was very passionate about it. And it really started in the back door of the rectory. That's the house where the priests lived. And there were people who were hungry, and they made some peanut butter sandwiches and started passing them out. And then you need more peanut butter sandwiches, and you had something to go with it. And then, of course, the church burned down, which was very tragic. But out of that, the phoenix, so to speak, was that the new church was born. The soup kitchen was far better than they ever had before in terms of facility, having more space. And on the footage, you saw these big kettles where they make 180 gallons of soup a day. And in addition to that, they have the big freezers and their big refrigeration unit and room to store things and bring things in. And then, of course, the big Thanksgiving dinner, which is going to be coming up here this week. So all those things run out of the soup kitchen, and Miss Virginia's Mission House has always been attached to St. Mary's. And then across the street, we haven't even talked about Ave Maria House, which is for the homeless.
Ave Maria.
Yes, which is right across the street from the soup kitchen. As she said in that video, you know, it's there I go, but for the grace of God. And there was a woman that had no clue she would ever be in that position. She was making money. She had an hourly job, and then all this calamity happened, and she's in line. And for some people, a lot of people, it's very humbling.
Yeah,
It's one of the things we try to do when we're working with it, is just to reinforce them and smile and be present and alive to them, and that they're real people and they're very worthwhile, and things are going to get better. Yeah. You know, one of the things that I've been involved in this hunger project for a long, long time, decades. And people talk about folks being hungry in Africa, which is true, and people hungry in Latin America, which is true. But sometimes we forget that there are hungry people right here in America.
Right here, right now, and it's time to end another episode of TV Angels Talk, mixed with TV Calling All Angels Hotline. Will you help me end the show?
Absolutely.
You know what the words are?
I think so.
Give yourself permission, do whatever you're guided to do, and I'm going to go ahead and thank everyone out there. I'll be right back. Thank you all again for taking your time to stop, look, and listen. Our divine appointment here today on another episode of TV Angels Talk. I'm Sandra Lynch, your host and producer of the show today, and we're all here to say divine
love and holy kisses.
I love those kisses. They work. Tonight, thank you all for coming out.
Thank you, Sandra.
Yes, come back again. We'll do it again.
All right.
And see you next time on another live episode of Calling All Angels Hotline. Divine love.
Divine love and holy kisses.